And we are back for part two of, I'm going through Rolling Stone's list of 100 best albums of the 80s, their opinion. I haven't seen Sparks yet. So we're at number 50, and I'm just going to let you know if I had the album or not, or have the album. Load more. Yes, I used to buy, get rid of this stupid ad. I used to buy Madonna albums. I think True Blue and Like a Prayer. Like a Prayer was my favorite back in the day. And yeah, I used to buy her album, a couple of her albums. And then a lot of her singles, of course, for dances. Not really my kind of music, but, I enjoyed Like a Prayer. That album was very good. The Feelies, I never listened to. XTC, I was into XTC, not the drug, the band. But I never bought Skylarking. I think the last one was English Settlement. But my favorites are Black Sea and Drums and Wires. But great band. Never bought her albums, but of course, one of the greats, Tina Turner. Yeah, my favorite Peter Gabriel solo album, also known as Melt. I've got his first two right now, but I need to get that one on CD. Never got into Sonic Youth. Bob Dylan, that's right. I don't think I bought this one, but off and on I would buy Bob Dylan albums. I like Bob Dylan, but I'm not a huge fan of his music. Yeah, I bought Nebraska when it came out. I was buying Bruce Springsteen albums. Very good album. Never bought Robert Cray. Yep, Document. I think it's Glenn Kellaway's favorite. He's a REM fan too. My favorite is the one after, the one with Everybody Hurts. Forget the name of it at the moment. Automatic for the People. That's it. Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah, as some of you know, I was a huge U2 fan back in the day. I don't dislike them now, but I don't have any U2 anymore. I just gave up on them. But U2 was a great album. Top 40. ZZ Top Eliminator. You had to have that in the 80s. And it's great. Yeah. All of their albums, or most of their albums, are great. Yes, I have Elvis Costello's Imperial Bedroom in my CD collection. I probably have about 15 of his albums at the moment. And his early albums are just so good. And this might be my favorite along with King of America. Marvin Gaye I never bought, but I loved his Sexual Healing song. Never bought Anita Baker. And that's the thing too with disc jockeying. My friend would buy, albums and songs too for the dances. So he might have had, something like Anita Baker in his collection. Never really got into Metallica. Just off and on I would buy an album and I'd like it, but I wouldn't keep it in my collection. Yeah, Rolling Stones Tattoo. I know it's made up of past songs that they did, but it's a great album. Fantastic. So is Emotional Rescue. Never got into Husker Du. But I did a album reaction on Patreon for POW. I don't remember the album now, but I remember at the time I gave it a very good rating. I really liked it. Except I think for the production. Join my Patreon and make an album request or a song request. Yep, John Cougar, like I said, I bought his albums. That was a good one. I think I bought this one, but it didn't hold my interest, so. Never got into Los Lobos, but I've seen them in concert twice. They opened for U2 in the 80s, and then about 12 years ago, they opened up for Neil Young in Kingston, Ontario. Very good band. Of course, John Lennon. Yeah. And as much as I love John Lennon's songs on Double Fantasy, I actually love Yoko's songs even more. Yeah. Bought her singles, I think, for dances, but none of her albums. Actually, that's a lie. I lied to you. I think I bought Rhythm Nation, but I didn't really play it much. I was trying to be hip, I guess, back in the 80s. I've got the latest Janet Jackson album. Yeah. Never bought this, but I did buy Use Your Illusion, both of those albums, and I did like them back in the day, but I'm not a fan overall. Of course, everybody has, or most people have, Back in Black in their collection. Great, great album. My favorite Bruce Springsteen album, Tunnel of Love, although I need to get it in my collection on CD. X, I never got into X. Black Uru, never got into them. The Smiths, I never bought that album, but I bought The Queen is Dead and their, whatever that double greatest hits was called. I love that one. That was great. Never got into Tom Waits, although from what I've heard, I think I could. He's kind of similar to Randy Newman. Not a great singer or anything, but a great, great songwriter. So I think I would have enjoyed his albums. Yes, one of the greatest debuts ever, especially for the 80s. Pretenders. I have that in my collection. It's awesome. I have that. Big fan of Lou Reed, as I mentioned. New York. Great album. Never bought Dirty Mind, but like I said, I did buy other Prince albums. I bought Synchronicity when it came out. The song Synchronicity is awesome, but other than that, like I said, I just never got into them. Yep, 1999 I had. That was great. The Replacements I never got into, although I did a full album reaction on Patreon for POW. I liked it. Yeah. Whatever album. Not sure what album it was. It might have been Let It Be. I never bought So. But, like I said, the one, I never even bought Security. So I kind of gave up on him after his after his third album. But, of course, he's great. Midnight Oil, Diesel and Dust. I've got 10 to 1 and a couple of other Midnight Oil albums. They are fantastic, and they were a great live band. Of course, Beds Are Burning is on this one, but it wasn't one of my favorites. Public Enemy. I know Ron Mael of Sparks, it's one of his all-time favorite albums. That's right. Yes, another great one, Get Happy. Elvis Costello, top 10. Never, great talent. Fast Cars is awesome, but I never bought Tracy Chapman albums. I've got Richard Thompson. I know people keep saying, oh, you got to get this in your collection. Shoot Out the Lights. I've never bought, I might have heard some of it, but I never bought it. REM Murmur. I think I might have bought. But if I had Automatic for the People and maybe their greatest hits, I'd be happy. Of course, everybody had Michael Jackson's Thriller in their album collection. Excellent album. My favorite is Wanna Be Starting Something and Beat It. My least favorite is The Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney. Yeah, I had Born in the USA. Not my favorite, but it definitely had a lot of hits on the album. Yeah, Paul Simon Graceland. I need to get that again on CD. One of the great talents. One of the greatest. Yeah, I just prefer Fear of Music over Remain in Light, but still. Fantastic band. It'd be funny if Sparks Angst in My Pants was number 3, 2, or 1. I don't think so, though. Yep, everybody had the Joshua Tree, or most people. I loved it when it came out. I saw them on that tour, but I grew tired of it pretty quickly. But still a great album. Purple Rain I had, yeah. And what's number 1? I'm trying to think. What would be number 1? What do you think would be number 1 before I show it? And then let me know in the comments section, if you're still watching, what your choice was. I don't know if I have a choice. Who's missing? It could be like, another Paul McCartney album, but it's not going to be. George Harrison? No. Let's find out very slowly. The Clash. Oh yeah, of course. Yep. I'm a fan of The Clash. I've got their box set with all of their albums. Once again, it's an album, the first time I played it, it's like, oh, this is the greatest album ever. And maybe it is. But I don't know. I just grew tired of it fairly quickly. And my favorite is actually Sandinista and Give 'Em Enough Rope. But still, can't argue with that as number 1. And that is it. Thank you for watching. And I might do songs if this gets enough views and comments, people are interested enough. I might do the top 100 songs and give you my opinions on those. Bye.